Some families in the Omaha Public School District with special education needs are being given two options this school year: relocate to a new school or waive their rights to special education services.
Now, this is because OPS doesn't have enough specialized teachers for the job. With this tough decision facing families, Arbella Carochta is on your side with tips on how to safeguard your students' education.
Lauren Misek Vargas and her nonprofit Education Rights Council are helping Omaha families in special education navigate a difficult decision to relocate schools or waive their right to special education.
We have coordinated and cooperated with the school district to make sure that those children are being placed in appropriate settings and getting the services and supports they need.
And are entitled to. Federal law requires that students with a verified disability get individualized education plans, or IEPs. Due to a special education teacher shortage in the district, 3 elementary schools will have no teachers when the school year begins: Walnut Hill, King, and Central Park. This affects about 140 students, forcing the district to adjust.
Take a look at how are we then going to provide services to the students as identified in their IEPs. They will be looking at another schools to attend.
Last week, families received this message.
To get those services and supports.
The law says this decision would require you to re-verify your child's disability to get special education again, says Misek Vargas.
By waiving your rights, you'd have to restart that process again.
OPS says it's working with each family to find a solution where it doesn't come to that.
And we're working alongside each family to help provide those options to ensure that their child is receiving those services for this upcoming school year.
The district says families will be offered transportation if they decide to relocate, and they'll be given the option to keep siblings together if necessary. On your side in Omaha, Bella Carochta, 6 News.
Thank you, Bella. It's good to know that parents do have an option. The nonprofit Education Rights Council will offer anyone faced with making this tough decision a free consultation to help.